Hi
Hello.
Shiva, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, bro.
Yeah,
How
it
are
has been a
you?
long time we haven't spoken much. Yeah, firstly, congratulations on your offer, Shiva.
Thank you.
So before going on to the video, you can just introduce yourself so that our audience will know you better.
I am SIVA Praneeth, pursuing BTech fourth year at VIT-AP Amravati. Stream is Electronics and Communication Engineering. And when it comes to placements, I got placed in 4 companies currently. Namely, first 3 are regular placements, Wipro, TCS, and Cognizant, in which I opted Cognizant. And now I got a dream offer on ERNST Young company, in which my role is associate consultant business. It is something related to business, associate consultant business development. That's
Okay.
my role.
Yeah. Yeah. So going on to this specific video, we have planned this video on talking about Ernst and Young and the various procedures regarding that. So could you just
Yeah.
start off with the various rounds of evaluation, whatever they have conducted?
Yeah. First round is a shortlisting based on GPA and resume. Most probably everyone will get shortlisted unless you have very poor GPA less than 6 or something. And the next round will be on camera proctured test, in which they will ask you to join on MS Teams meeting and they will proctor you and they will send their own company link. It's not on HirePro or AMCOT anything. It's their own. And the questions were mixed, like aptitude and some programming, which includes C and Java mixed. And
Okay.
it is up to the level of data structures and OOPS concepts.
Okay.
I
So
would
how
rate
was the
it.
proctoring? Could you explain how was the proctoring? It was on their website?
No, it was on the Microsoft Teams.
Okay.
They keep a note on everyone. If someone's webcam is turned off for so long, they will make them as disqualified for the exam. In this way, they have proctored.
Okay.
And when it's come to toughness of the exam, I rate it as medium.
Okay.
And
So was it similar to the aptitude or coding what was asked in the examination? Was it similar to Cognizant or Wipro, whatever you attended before, or was it higher than that?
it is little bit higher than that.
Okay.
It looks very easy, but we have to score at least more than 70% of the test, and you will be mostly in the interview round.
Okay. So after the
Yeah.
written round, what was the next procedure in the evaluation?
Yeah. Next round was an interview based round, in
Okay.
which in my batch, overall 90 people were shortlisted for the
Okay.
interview. And they have interviewed overall 90 members for that role, and they have selected 26 people.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I was not selected in that round.
Okay.
Later, they need some other recruitment for this business role, and
Okay.
they shortlisted the same people who got qualified from the previous test. They shortlisted them, and they yeah, and also they applied 2 interviews from them.
Okay.
First round was an technical
Okay.
technical round, and the second round is also HR plus technical. It looks like a mixed one, where
Okay.
the questions are on both level. Like they asked about some SQL, Java, and then personality based questions.
Okay. So
Yeah,
the first exam, whatever you have written, was it for the same role or for different role?
yeah, it's for the different role actually.
Okay, okay. So basically, all roles would have same examination, so they didn't conduct the examination again, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
role has.
Yeah. So going on to the interview, could you explain what were the questions asked, whatever you remember, and how you answered them for so that people can understand it better?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Firstly, everywhere intro is something which makes the conversation going. They asked about my intro, and I explained all my details and personal details, and then project and my curriculum, etc. And he pointed out an project which caught his attention. He asked about electronic voting machine. I have done project on that one. So he asked about that. I explained something. What are its components? What will it do? He
Okay.
has given some real-time based question based on that project and asked me to do a code on your IDE now.
Okay. Okay.
In my case, my question is, he asked, how does the fingerprint scanner works? I said it will store binary data and compares the everyone's binary data with previous all set of binary data, and it will show whether the person is same person or not voted. So he asked, he have given a big binary array in which of 4 by 4 size and asked me to code, write a program to take two inputs of 4 by 4 binary array, and it should store so many values, like more than 10-15 arrays, and then it have to compare every array with the previous stored arrays, and you have to print the same person or different person, and I have done it.
Okay.
So he is impressed with that code. Again, he asked about some lambda expression. What is lambda expression? I have explained what I know. Then he asked for implement for loop with lambda expressions. But actually, I don't know the answer. So I said, I don't know. Rather, I written an for each loop and I have shown this is a simple way I use. And okay, he said, learn it later. And then he came to SQL. He asked some very basic queries, some of the basic queries. And I have said all this.
Okay.
And also finally he asked one question. You are from electronics background. Are you comfortable in joining the IT sector? Are you really interested in it? And I explained my intentions on joining in IT and explained why I'm joining in this sector. So he's much impressed with that. And that's the end of the interview. Finally, he asked a question like, do you have any questions? And I asked about his genuine opinion or his genuine suggestion for me, like a guy who from electronics background who want to get a job in IT, what will be his advice? And he has given some advices, and I got shortlisted to the next round.
Okay. So, could you explain further about the next round as well? What were the questions asked?
Yeah, in the second round, firstly we expected it was an HR round, but just after joining, he asked about the intro, and he explained it clearly in the way of HR way. Like I focused on my family, my curriculum, what are my hobbies, etc. But he straightly came into my projects, explain about one project. Why did you do it? He asked some many questions, like he's testing how depth we know, how much we have done really that project. He kept on asking many questions. I have explained it, and after that he asked about me which language, programming language you are comfortable with. I said I'm comfortable with Java. And he asked then question related to SQL and asked it how will you implement it in Java.
Okay.
He asked the question related to SQL. And then I replied like with one program language we can't do it Java. We have to connect it with SQL server. We use JDBC server. And I said two concepts. They are Java input output stream. We have to access the Excel file, and with JDBC we have to connect it to SQL server, and we can retrieve the data. I have explained it all. So he is pretty much impressed with that explanation, and he asked some very basic questions like, what will you expect from your first job? What are your expectations, or what are you going to do from there? And I have given all my intentions I have kept in front of me, and he said thank you, and that's the end of the second round. Overall, first round we have taken 45 minutes, and the second round 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Okay. So yeah, let's go to the preparation strategies, whatever you use. So basically, whatever I see from what questions have been asked to you during the interview, all questions were in depth related to CSC, but and even SQL. So we were not, we don't have these subjects during our bachelor's, right? We both are from EC background. So how did you manage to prepare all these things? These are difficult concepts for us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yes. Yes, of course, they are really difficult concepts, but once we have to do is first get thorough with the basics and then learn. All I have done is I have taken a course on Java that is by Abdul Bari. I will give the link in the comments box. No worry. I have taken that course. That's almost 60-hour course. It's well sufficient for. No, it's on Udemy.
okay. Okay.
It's well sufficient for Java, problem solving using Java and OOPS concepts.
Okay.
And when it comes to algorithms, the same person, Abdul Bari, have given some very good information on his YouTube channel called Algorithms. I have prepared my data structure algorithm that, and some data structures I have learned from Geeks for Geeks. Of course, Geeks for Geeks
Very
University, everyone
good.
knows.
Yes.
Yeah.
So have you
Uh,
tried any HackerRank or those platforms? Have you practiced it?
no, actually, what I have done is all on Geeks for Geeks only. I
Okay.
have tried 30 days challenge on some hacker rank. Yeah, somehow finished, but I feel like they aren't coming from the basics. They are just very first few questions are from basics and then it directly goes to the advanced OOPS level concepts, something. So I
Correct.
haven't felt comfortable with that.
Yeah. So going on to face the interview, where did you practice those questions? Did you have any sources or all the questions of wherever you prepared?
Yeah. Just firstly, what I have done is first I have searched in Google for what type of questions we may face frequently.
Okay.
And I try to find answers for these questions on YouTube from any trained professionals. And I found the answer which will be correctly fit for me because we can't fake an interview. They can easily catch us if we fake
Yeah.
it.
Correct.
So for every question, we have to be prepared. If we aren't prepared, we feel like in our point of view, whatever we say, we feels like it's a correct answer or we have done it in correct way. But if we do not practice it well before the interview, though it's an easy question, the question we know, but we will face difficulty in the interview at that point of time.
Correct.
So all I will consider is I will say one YouTube channel that is Anshka Gupta that will help for answering HR managerial round questions and getting better in coding. That
Okay.
channel
Sure.
will really help. And of
Yeah.
course, your channel has helped me a lot also.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. So, some more questions like we both of us we have done some of the research in during our bachelor's, right? We have published papers and projects kind of things which were related to ECE. So was
Yeah.
that useful during the interview or was it not useful?
Yeah, it's very pretty much useful. What happened in the interviews are they just while looking all these patents and everything, one thing they considered is the guy is very genuine and his intentions are to learn. He's a hard worker. They came to conclusion.
Yeah.
So they aren't taking any other chances. Then they straightly came into the programming. So
Yes.
is he good enough in programming also? If you have done, as I said, I have said some wrong answers and I have said some I don't know, but still they have considered me because these research works and patents will help a lot during these interviews. Not only just this, before this company, I have given 6 or 7 more interviews. There also I have cracked 2, 3 rounds into. I went into next round because of these research works. It helps a lot. Yeah.
Okay. So even after facing 5, 6 interviews, this was the your best job, right? You would have
Yeah.
faced some disappointments. So would you like to share some of the experiences with the viewers?
Mm, yeah, of course. Firstly, I got some 3 placements from regular. Uh, At that time, our confidence will be very high. As every interview we got selected. That will be very confidence booster.
Yeah.
With that confidence, we will go to some very super dream company like more than 13 lakh LPA. If we face it, the whole scenario will be different. The questions
Correct.
they ask, everything will be completely different. So what I genuinely say is work hard on what you know, basically. Actually, in this interview, as I said, they are asked me about 2D arrays, inputs, etc.
Hmm.
But many other guys were asked about graphs implementation, linked list implementation, and many tough questions.
Yeah.
If I am at that place, I wouldn't have cracked it. So there will be some factor of luck, some factor of hard luck, and some factor of hard work equally. I would
Yeah.
say. Mm. And also,
And
we should learn from every interview. Like first thing, what you have to sometimes you will get a vibe. while we are in interview, at that time of half of the interview, we'll get a vibe how he is feeling and what kind of question he's asking.
Yeah,
So if
exactly.
you felt genuinely you aren't going to get selected, you ask his suggestions. Like at the end, what would you get some inputs from them also. Even that will help for us.
Yeah. So, any specific reasons why you wanted to work in EY, and the specific what is the role you are going to work here? Because they would have explained you right in detail what is the work you are going to do. So, are you interested to share some of those things?
Yes, yeah. Of course, EY is one of the top MNCs, we all know.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the reason first we joined, and then we generally before choosing a company, just we have to do some background research. We cannot just blindly go to company, whatever the college said.
Yeah.
There were companies which comes like only strength is only 50 members, 200 members, startups. For this, that kind of companies, there will be a lot of work pressure. There are we can't find much of experienced people to interact. We don't have much of time. So in my opinion, it is better to join a well-established company where you can get a lot from others. Like it's my view. Of course, if you are hard worker and you want to work and earn quickly, you can join startup. Of course, that's not an issue. That's my genuine opinion. And my role is associate consultant, in which I may be working on this SQL, Blue, and some other work technologies. They have said they will explain clearly in the internship, which will be starting in few weeks.
Okay. Okay. So, how long will be internship? Did they tell you the period and the details on it?
Yeah, they haven't clearly mentioned it, but it will be in between 4 to 6 months. For any company, it will be minimum of 4 and maximum of 6 months.
Okay. Okay. So basically, you are one of those persons where you have shifted your branch from ECE to and you have gone to the CS related jobs, right? Do you have any specific reason for doing this? What are the reasons? What motivated you to do this?
First thing, after graduation, we have to get a job. If
Yeah,
we went out without a job, it will be the biggest disappointment you get after being a graduate.
of course.
So of course, we cannot stick to only one domain. Like if we want to get an EC guy, we have to get a only EC job, then it will be very difficult. And the packages are very low. Even due to this pandemic, all are work from home. So they aren't preferring any freshers for work from home for an EC job.
Correct.
So
Correct.
packages are very less, and all this caused me to learn programming. Opportunities are many, and EC many companies will give equal priority to the EC guy and also CSC. Highest priority will be given to these two branches. And also
Correct.
my specialization is VLSI. So I am very good with coding from the beginning only. So I am
Okay.
able to manage it.
Okay.
That's it.
So yeah, I guess we have covered a lot of things in this video. Going on to wind this video up, would you like to share any tips with the juniors? Because most of them are attending placements and they will be attending the other batches
Yeah.
will be starting soon, right? So could you just
Yeah.
share your experiences and final tips and suggestions to all the juniors out there?
Yeah. What I would say is stick with your strengths. If you are a guy who are very good with coding, though you are AC guy, stick to your coding and try for you whatever the role which suits you best. Even in my case, my strengths are my patents and research work. With all this, I have given many interviews. They have rejected me. Some of them have rejected me just because he has some good research work. He might get an core job and he will shift very soon. So they have rejected me. Though they aren't very much packages as I got now. So
Hmm.
stick to your strength. And one more suggestion I just got from your YouTube channel is some companies will give their interviewer name also in the CC of mail you will get on the day. Try to search him on LinkedIn. Find those skills which are relevant to you and him. The intersection of courses. Try to highlight them during the interview. You don't need to
Yeah.
rewind all your projects, the same skill. For example, my interviewer has a MATLAB skill. So I only focus on the project which I have done on MATLAB. I will explain it directly. So it will build a good conversation and he will feel more interacted.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. This one helped me a lot. Even I cracked this interview with such kind of. That's it.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Shiva. So when is the joining in UI?
After the 4th year completion, after my graduation completion, it will be joining after 1 or 2 months. As I said, after a few weeks, I will be joining internship. It will be 4 to 6 months long. And then placed. It is an internship plus FTE.
Nice, nice. Yeah. So that's it, Shiva. I guess we have shared a lot of points in this video, and thank you so much for sharing your experiences on my channel. It means a lot, and I feel most of the students who are watching this video would get this information and would surely implement whatever they have learned in their interview experiences and preparation as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vivek.
Stay safe. Bye.
It's my pleasure. Goodbye.
Bye.